Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sherina Alsyifa Amran. Here I would like to present my thesis entitled Prejudicial Motherhood in Armando Lucas Correa's novel The Daughter's Tale, 2019. Okay, the first one is the background of the problem. My background of the problem in this research is the persecution affects Jewish women to have stable roles in their lives, such as being a mother and the head of their family. So here, the persecution in Germany has affected Jewish women to not only become a mother that nurtured their family, but also the father of their family, which is in order to make decisions for their family. Prejudicial motherhood happens when a mother that's become the head of family is swayed by her emotion and making decisions that's illogically prejudicial toward her family. So, according to Maker 2000, females are more sensitive and emotional in comparison with men. So, when a woman has the role of the head of family that making decision for the family, she often mixing the emotion and then logical together. But mostly the emotion win over the logic. So mostly the decision that the mother makes always resulted in a prejudicial one, which is bad for the family. Why, why it's bad for the family? Prejudicial motherhood is harmful for the family when they need to survive from Nazi persecution and escape from Germany. So here, the situation is like a bit complicated because they are Jews and at the moment the persecution of Jews is very high and they really need to escape Nazi and to survive in this world. Okay, so I have two research questions in this research. The first one, what are the forms of prejudicial motherhood reflected in the novel The Daughter's Tale 2019 by Armando Lucas Correa? So here I would like to open or to understand or to know what are the forms of the prejudicial motherhood reflected in the novels. And then the second one, what are the effects of the prejudicial motherhood on Amanda's family as found in the novel The Daughter's Tale 2019 by Armando Lucas Correa. Here I want to know the effects that the motherhood or the prejudicial decision that the mother makes affects the family survival in the novel. The family needs to survive from Nazi, so I would like to know how does she do in order to make the family survive. Okay, the next one, the purpose of the research. Okay, this study has two main purposes. The first one, to find the forms of prejudicial motherhood that are reflected in the novel The Daughter's Tale by Armando Lucas Correa 2019. And then to find the effects of prejudicial motherhood on Amanda's family as found in the novel The Daughter's Tale by Armando Lucas Correa 2019. Okay, now this is the part of review of related literature. The first one, the psychoanalytic side. According to Sigmund Freud, psychoanalytic refers to studying an author's unconscious wants and concern in literary text. In the end, all the forms of writing poetry to prose are expression of an author's inner wishes and thoughts. So here I choose psychoanalytic side because this one is the inner or unconscious wants and concern in the literary text by finding it in the mother's side. And I choose life instinct here because according to Sigmund Freud, the life drive is focused on the preservation of life, both of the individual and the species. This drives compels people to engage in action that sustain their own lives, such as looking after their health and safety. It also exerts itself through sexual drives, motivating people to create and nurture new life. So, because this is about the persecution in survival, the life instinct is needed here in order to survive the persecution from the Jews. And why I put maternal instinct at the next? Because according to Blavatsky 2016, maternal instinct is the maternal bond that forms between a mother and her child. The protagonist here is a mother, and then the victims here is the child or the children. So I will combine the life instinct and the maternal instinct together in order to find the prejudicial motherhood that the mother makes in this thesis or in this research, and I will show it in this research. Okay, these are the data and the source of data. So, the data is collected from the novel The Daughter Cell 2019 by Armando Lucas Correa. So, the first step that I did is by reading the novel. I read the novel and after that identifying all the problems that happen in the novel. And after that, I will collect the quotation, all of the quotation and all the data, and then after that, I will do the analysis of this one. Okay, there are several techniques of data analysis in this novel. Okay, the first one is identifying the data. The researchers identified the forms of prejudicial motherhood in Amanda Lucas Correa's novel The Daughter's Tale 2019. So I will identify all the forms of prejudicial motherhood in this novel. And after that, I will classifying the data, and it's classified based on whether it's appeared in the novel, which is like for the difficulties in making right decision and the impulsive decision. And after that, I will analyze the data. After it has been classified, the data is analyzed by looking at the main character's form of prejudicial motherhood and connecting it with the correlation between prejudicial motherhood and the life instinct. The researcher analyzed the data, which are the novel's quotation that support the research topic. The theory of life instinct and that instinct reveals the evidence of prejudicial motherhood topic. And the last one, I will draw the conclusion. The final step is to conclude the analysis of the data. And then there are several findings and discussion in this research. The first one is difficulties to make right decision, or we can call it as the forms of prejudicial motherhood. The first one, difficulties to make right decision. So the first one, I found out several decisions that is made by Amanda. And when she makes this decision, she has a very high doubts in herself. And even the daughters also doubt the mothers. She really have the difficulties in making the right decision. She doesn't know whether the decision is true, right, or false. And even the daughters sense that the decision is not right. And the second one is impulsive decision. Here I found several decisions that is impulsive or make on the spot by Amanda. For example, this decision in the front of the ship. So Amanda make a decision to separate the daughters when she saw that the other's daughter or the younger daughter is too young to survive in the sailing. But actually, the original plan is to put them in the ship together and sail them to Caribbean. But here, what happened here? She changed the decision in last moment and it's become so impulsive. And also, I found out that some decision that is made when she tried to send her daughters letters, which is a very impulsive one because they are in hiding, but she sends the letters by using the real identity, which makes them easily be tracked by the Nazi. And in the second one, the researchers also find some effects of prejudicial motherhood to Amanda's family. The first one, family separation. So originally, the daughters need to be together, and the mother will join them later on. But since Amanda changed her minds in last moment in the impulsive decision, the family cannot be together anymore. Okay, the oldest daughter live in the Caribbean with the uncle safely, but the youngest daughter is living with the random strangers and not in a good condition. She never knows when she will lose her head or when she will lose her life. And then Amanda itself is not in the safe situation either. So the second one that I found is the death of Amanda Stenberg. So it can be seen now that Amanda is actually in a very difficult situation, in a very harmful situation. She is like about to lose her head because she killed some soldier. Why she killed some soldier? Because she wants to save her daughters. So there are the findings and the discussion that I found in this research. So what is the conclusion? So this analysis deals with the concept of life and death instinct and maternal instinct by Sigmund Freud. The prejudicial motherhood contained in this analysis, such as the difficulties in making correct decision, impulsive decision, family separation, and the death of Amanda Sternberg. The researchers analyzed the novel to show the prejudicial motherhood a mother experience when exposed to life-death situation. It exposed how the protagonist tries to keep her daughter safe while her maternal instinct works against her purposes and brings despair into the family. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for watching this video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.